The smoke in my lungs, you got me feeling so numb. Oh, all I felt was you. I was out of my mind, you were killing me inside. Yeah, I know the truth. I know it's that I think of you, I'm losing sleep. I don't know what it is you do. The moment that you walked into my life, I started to fall head to toe for you. No, I just can't get over all the games we played. I lose myself in your abuse. You split my heart in two. You split my heart in two. You If you're feeling this, never let me go, boy. And if you love me, please don't waste the time, when you say my name. Mama, I'll be so fast, and I need you here. But my side, why? When you look at me, you put me nervous. Don't look at me. Walking back to you. Walking, don't look at me, baby. Walking back to you. Walking back to you. If you're feeling this, never let me go, boy. And if you love me, please don't waste the time, when you say my name. Mama, I'll be so fast, and I need you here. But my side, why? When you look at me, you put me nervous. Don't look at me. Walking back to you. Walking, don't look at me, baby. Walking back to you. Walking back to you.
What is up, all you Wimbly Womblies? I was just making sure the thing was working. How are you all doing today? It is a fantastic Saturday morning for me, at least. Saturday after your afternoon for you lot. I don't know what the weather is like over there in the UK right now. Sorry, I was trying to find my headphones while I was speaking, but it's a nice Saturday morning over here in Southern California. I don't think it's rained for a good, probably like 2 months or so. It's only rained like, I'd say twice in the last like 5 months, even though it's winter right now. It's still, can't complain. The thing is, I know I'm talking about something completely irrelevant right now, but I am not a huge fan of snow. But I don't mind cold weather like 50 degrees, 40 degrees, 30, maybe mid to high 30s, as long as I layer up. And that's something I thought about when, the thought about visiting the UK in late March, early April. I'm going to have to get used to 40-ish degree weather, 50-ish degree weather. But South UK is not that bad. I plan on going into South UK like around London, Cambridge, Ipswich, Southampton, Oxford areas. But anyway, I digress a little bit. Let's talk about the game here. So we have got ourselves. Wait, why is the thing all black? What the fuck? I just noticed that. I thought it would clear it. Huh. Okay, I guess no comments on stream this time. Nah. Last time that didn't happen, so I'll just turn it off for now. But anyway, you gotta pull up the lineups on stream as well. Yeah, I was still kind of setting this up last minute, unfortunately. But anyway, here we go. So we have got, oh, interesting. Okay, Fleetwood are going with the 4-4-2 here. I actually didn't see that until just now. Usually they play with the 3-5-2. But they're coming out the 4-4-2 with Shannon Morris out in that right mid position. I think that is a huge reason, or that is an influence to why they're playing a 4-4-2 right now, because Shannon Morris has been an absolute world beater for them as of late. Very young talent out in that wide area. He is left-footed, so he is going to be looking to cut back on that left-hand side. But if I were to look at the what the hell? I had statistics pulled up, but I guess not anymore. I wanted to see how many goals and assists he has on this season right now. The Shannon Morris has 2 goals and doesn't have any assists in the season thus far, but that's because he only has 5 starts, and he has started the last 2 or 3 games or so. So he's going to be a dangerous player to look at. And then you've got the striking pairing of Garner and Callum Morton on loan from West Bromwich Albion. They call him Ginger Ronaldo. Fun fact. They do have a chant, too. They go, Ginger Ronaldo. Wait, no. Ginger Ronaldo. Ginger Ronaldo. Very good player, I gotta say. I'm very impressed with what I've seen from Callum Morton. He has 5 goals in the season, I think, and Gardner. No, he has 5 goals, and Gardner has 5 goals, I believe, as well. They have Matete playing. I think he has he started every game except for 1. But they're not playing Harrison Biggins this time around. Harrison Biggins has started most of their games this season, but he's had a bit of trouble with the midfield battles, with the tackling, actually. Against Burton Albion, there were 2 goals in which he could have gotten stuck in the tackle, but he tried to get stuck in and couldn't commit the tackle. Notably, I was watching COD Vlogs, I think that's his username, COD's Vlogs. Fairly entertaining YouTuber. He's very passionate about his club, so go check him out. He's going to be posting a vlog after this one, but of course I live in the US, so I can't post vlogs. I can only post match reactions. But anyway, how I think we match against this... Oh wait, Ayuba Sal's playing. What the fuck? I thought he was suspended. Okay, he was suspended for 3 games, but then I heard that the suspension was rescinded. But I thought he was still going to be suspended for 1 game. But he's back. Okay, Ayuba Sal is back, ladies and gentlemen. And I don't know what Google is doing. They're kind of taking a shit here. They didn't give Woodyard a number, and they didn't give Luke McCormick his name. Unfortunately, he's nameless. So that's going to be Luke McCormick starting off at cam alongside Radoni on the left. And yeah, pretty standard here for AFC Wimbledon. No changes from the last game. The last 2 games, really. Paul Ossio on the right-hand side and Guinness Walker on the left. I like what I've seen from Paul Ossio so far, though. They're gonna opt to keep Henry Lawrence on the bench, even though he has fully recovered. But I like what I've seen from Paul Ossio. Maybe his first start was a little tenuous. I mean, he had a good game, but he was a little bit of a contributor to that second goal, being slightly out of position there. There was just ball being played around him, and it was a game against Portsmouth. It was a ground cross and a tap in, I think, from one of the strikers. But that being said, I like what I've seen from him. Nesta Guinness Walker also has that attacking prowess, and hopefully I'll see a better game from Chalk. I think he was a little bit out of position for both of the goals from Crewe Alexandra last time out. So. Got some pros and cons to look at here. The cons mainly defensive, and Fleetwood, some interesting stats, actually. I think I have it on my description, yeah. But Fleetwood have scored 1.6 goals in their last 5 games, but have conceded 2.8, while AFC Wimbledon have scored 1.4 and 1.6 respectively. So, Fleetwood Town also known to be up a goal or 2 and then just concede a few, just kind of choke their lead a little bit. So I think this should be a fairly interesting one. If I were to give a match prediction, I'm actually going to say... I'm a bit bold with this one, but I'm going to say 3-1 Wimbledon, and I'm not trying to be a biased piece of shit fan. I truly think that AFC Wimbledon have the potential to put 3 goals past Fleetwood Town. I mean, they're coming off a pretty solid win against Crewe Alexandra. They're at home again, and Fleetwood only have 1 away win this season, and I don't think they're in position to get an away win today against AFC Wimbledon. I do think it's going to be a fairly entertaining game, though, so we'll see what happens. That being said, let's pull up the iFollow. Let's get the match going. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to turn off the music for now. I do like the music. NCS. So let's check it out. Live Match Center. And it's spelled with R-E. Over here in the US, we spell it an E-R. And then we also spell color without the O-U-R ending. We spell it with an O-R.
Rainbow Laces Day down here at the Cherry Red Record Stadium.
Let me turn on the commentary just a tad.
Of diversity down here at the Dons. And of course we have the sleep-in at Plough Lane later on this evening, and anyone wishing to donate.
A sleep-in? What is that supposed to mean? Anyway, we're going to get off and running here. I actually really can't wait to watch the COD's Vlogs video after this. I don't think he's going to go to Plough Lane, though. I think he only does vlogs for home games, I think. I did watch a couple of games, and all of them were home. It was the Fleetwood. It was Fleetwood against Wickham, Fleetwood against Wigan, and Fleetwood against Burton. I watched those vlogs last night before going. I was trying to watch some highlights for Fleetwood before going to bed, and then I just came across his. I mean, I already knew of his channel. I just didn't actually watch his videos, so I just wanted to kind of see how he was. But that being said, we have kicked off here, and we are ready to go. Peninsula. Oh, okay. Zanev launches it high. Rodoni picks it up and puts it out to Osu. Nice little combinations between triangle between him, Osu, and Hardigan. Yeah, Hardigan tried to make a run into the box. Unfortunately, pass was a little bit too heavy there for Osu. Good early start there here for AFC Wimbledon, though. I gotta get mentally stimulated. I don't like waking up at 6:30. So, well, Shannon Harris. Actually, no, that was not Shane Harris. That was Batty with a couple of extra touches there, and Alex Woodyard was able to press. Oh, referee got in the way. I gotta get used to the players here. So, also another player I forgot to mention here for Fleetwood is Danny Andrew. Has started every game, I think, for Fleetwood. Most of the time plays as an outside back, but you will see him every once in a while play as an outside mid in a 3-5-2. And surprisingly, he is their leading goal scorer. 6 goals and 4 assists as an outside back. So, definitely something worth noting there. Callum Morton, by the way, only has 4 goals, not 3. I didn't, not 5. I did mention earlier in the stream he has 5 goals. I thought he had 5, but he has 4. Ginger Ronaldo, though, is going to be a fairly dangerous player. But yeah, Danny Andrew, left back, 6 goals in the season. Very notable. Okay, so Matete is going to be the center mid, and he is of African American descent. And then 24 is Batty, a very tall center mid. Something that Fleetwood do struggle. Oh, they play it forward here to Matete, double teamed here by Hennigan and Woodyard, but Matete finds the outside pass to Morton. Good defending there by Osu as Morton received a pass back from the left back. Fleetwood kind of played 3 balls down that left-hand channel, and then Andrew tried to play a incisive, low and hard pass back to Morton. Anyway, they have possession again. They lump it forward here to Matete, defended by Hennigan. Matete is shielding the ball pretty well, though. Okay, yeah, Ben Hennigan comes away with it in the end, though. Oof. The corner for Fleetwood, though. Actually, no, never mind. Yeah, it is offside, okay. It did bounce off, but okay. Adjudication. That is a library term. The adjudication is a decision or process or thing that resolves a conflict. Adjudication. Okay, interesting. I'll keep that in mind. Ugh. I'm gonna be a little quiet right now because I don't wanna wake my mother up right now, and plus I'm kind of tired, so I'm gonna have to keep sipping on my caffeine. Long ball and forward, headed away by Hennigan. Sorry. I don't want to make it seem like I'm bored. I'm not bored. I'm just tired. So no goals yet around the league. You know, knowing the unpredictability of League One, you know, usually we see a goal, at least one goal, but nothing so far. Yeah, both teams are kind of just they're not lumping it forward per se, but they're trying to play long balls to their strikers and long balls to their outside mids, and they always get dispossessed. So just a feeling out process. Header won by both sides here. Eventually, Andrew tries to get it clear, but then Hardigan picks it up. It's just pinball right now. What the fuck? Right, Matete plays it square to Batty. He's going to try to lump it forward. Oh, he actually does lump it forward successfully to Morris. He gets inside the 18-yard box, defended by Nessa Guinness-Walker. Guinness-Walker recovers very well, though, and deflects the cross out for a corner. Yeah, Shannon Morrison is going to be an absolute world beater. Or Shaden Morris. I thought it was Shannon Morrison. Excuse me. Shaden Morris. Pardon my slight botching of the name there. Batty's going to be taking this one. Batty does have 3 assists on the season. 1 goal. Okay, headed away there by Nessa Guinness-Walker. And now AFC Wimbledon on the break here. We got Luke McCormick charging. You have Osu on that right-hand side. Instead, Luke McCormick... Okay, he does lay it off to Paul Osu. Paul Osu! Instead, he could have chipped the keeper, but he just let it roll. But then he lays it back off to Jack Rodoni. Hits it. Damn, man. Paul Osu maybe could have chipped the keeper, but instead he kind of hesitated, and then the ball ended up rolling, and then he had to lay it back off to Rodoni. But by then, the Fleetwood defense had already recovered. Yeah, me too. I thought he was going to take the shot on. You know, the angle is kind of a poor one because the pass from McCormick was a little bit heavy, but I thought he was going to at least take the shot on or chip the keeper, but he let the ball roll. Fuck. Are they not going to show the replay? Okay, I'll rewind. Fuck it. Yeah, Fleetwood just... Obviously, you know, corner kicks, you're susceptible to a counter attack. Actually, no, the pass was perfectly weighted there from McCormick, but then he just let it roll for some reason. Also did. But anyway, Fleetwood had too many numbers forward, and they only had 2 numbers back, so... Oof. That's a poor square ball there from Alex Woodyer, and now Batty's going to come away with it. It's Lane now. Ooh, Lane tried to thread a ball through to Morton, but nothing doing. Oof. Oh, the timer is all off right now. I just noticed that. My bad, boys. There we go. I fixed the positioning of the scoreboard, so I didn't realize the timer was off. I had the scoreboard to the right last stream to try to accommodate for the comments that were coming in. I had the comments pinned on the live stream sometimes. So. Good off the ball run there from Osu. Actually does intend to play Osu there, Daniel Chuck on the long ball. But a little bit too heavy there. It was a header backwards for the keeper. Ooh, Callum Morton, 4 or 5 touches, is able to get to the top of the 18 and gets brought down by Alex Woodyard. I think that might have been a little soft there, though. He was able to get by Anthony Hardigan, Callum Morton, with pace. I'm not entirely sure about the foul call, though. I think, Woodyard got stuck in. He tried to get his shoulder in the way. But free kick is the verdict here. Is the adjudication given by the referee. Thank you, Mike. Or Rob, excuse me, Rob Cornell for the vocabulary term there. Mike T does follow me on Twitter, by the way. So shout out to Mike T. He is the color commentator for AFC Wimbledon I follow. Okay, Danny Andrew is one of the best free kick takers in the league. So he is going to be he packs a wallop of a shot here. So let's hope that Nick Zana can keep this out. So 24 yards out here for Danny Andrew to take. Wall blocks away. Nicely done there by the wall. Bounces off the head of Rodoni. Cairns tries to clear it away. Not fully away, but then the header was won by the outside back towards Morris, but cleared away. So, a little bit of from what I've noticed from Cairns, he's good fundamental keeper. He's not like a type of keeper that's super agile, super quick, but he's got good fundamentals. He's good in the air as well. So decent keeper all around. Unfortunately, he doesn't have the best rate of goal concession though, because the Fleetwood defense is fairly sketchy at times. I think they've conceded 32 goals so far in 17 games. That's not the best record. That's just shy of 2 goals average per game. I'm trying to sneeze, but it's not coming out. Anyway, Fleetwood knocking around. They knock it low and hard to the right-hand side to Shannon Morris. Tries to beat the double team of Rodoni and Guinness Walker, but nothing doing. It's going to be a corner kick here. Come on, sneeze. Come out. I'm not sick. Just allergies. Ugh. Yeah, it's just allergies. Sorry if my commentary is boring right now. I only have 3 viewers. Anyway, corner kick coming in from Batty all the way down to the back post and good header away. Not fully away though by Hennigan. Cross was played back into Callum Morton just a little bit over his head. Back post there. He looked to me like he could have been in position to knot it into that. I mean, he was making that back post run, but yeah, it's nicely done there by Ben Hennigan to at least contest the header. It went over his head too. Had it been a little bit lower, Hennigan would have gotten a little bit of a flick over. So you can always depend on Hennigan to win those aerial battles. Very good positioning defensively as well. very much improved from last season. Hey, who's on chat? Who's in chat? Who's watching? Drop a comment. I want to see if my boy Leo High Definition is watching. I want to see if maybe Whale Rider is watching too. Usually Whale Rider only posts if we... Oh, it's good long ball there from... Okay, I thought McCormick was going to get on the end of that one, but usually Whale posts when we score. He posts the whale emojis. But do drop a comment if you're watching the stream. I'm interested to see who's watching right now. Any regulars in the chat? But yeah, anyway, I was talking about Leo High Definition. That is his... That is his... I forgot his YouTube handle, but that is his handle on Instagram. He does run a Instagram. He just made an Instagram, AFC Wimbledon.WRLD. So he's going to be posting a lot of updates on Instagram. Follow him if you want some updates on the game. If you do use Instagram, I know a lot of people go on the Twitter for the updates, as well as Facebook for the analysis, for the the comments, for the team talks. A lot of people go on the Womble Underground Press too, but that's more for the people that like to chat some shit, I guess. Although the Facebook group is a little bit, some of the members on there are a little bit negative as well. There are a few people on there that are like, oh, we're going to be going down. We're getting relegated. Still 0-0 across the board? Really? For all games? Okay. What a very boring match week so far. Oh, okay, as I say that... Oh, wait, no, Google just decided to shit itself. I saw 1-0 for some game, but then it just went back to 0-0. I'm sure the game will pick up eventually, but for now, really got nothing doing. No shots for either team. Kind of a shame. Ooh, that's a good through ball to Morton. Osu is able to recover, though. Morton cuts it back to his right. Ooh, Matete takes a shot from 27 yards out. A couple yards over the bar. Not a bad effort. Yeah, it was Alex Woodyard. To be fair, he had decent positioning there. He was kind of forcing the pass down the middle, and then he tried to get there and blocked the shot, but Matete took a good first touch and was able to get himself into space. The shot let him down just a tad. Fleetwood have won a lot of the aerial battles so far with Batty and Lane, so that's something that we got to keep in mind going forward. We haven't had the service for Ollie Palmer too much as of yet. Anyway. Yeah. So far, Ollie Palmer has not had the service, so hopefully that'll change. Yeah, Wimbledon really have not had the chance to knock it around too much either. A lot of the times they've been kind of lumping it, not forward from the center back positions, but lumping it with the likes of Woodyard and Hardigan over to like Radoni and Asal. Oh, Morris comes away, and now a through ball into Callum. Oh, Callum, that's a good save there. But then the rebound, it's a goal. It was a ball played up to Callum Morton. He tries to bend it far post, and it was a decent stop there by Nick Zana, but then Callum Morton receives it back at the top of the 18, and then his second effort was placed top corner, and it's going to be 1-0 to Fleetwood. I want to see how... I didn't really get to see how that move started because I was too busy talking about certain things. I just kind of... I don't know, but it was a good ball from Shannon Morris over to Callum Morton. We were kind of asleep at the wheel on the defensive end. Yeah, it was Paul Osu, out of position. Of course, he likes to play it. He likes to go forward, but it was a wayward pass there by Choka. And yeah, that's how it came away with the goal. As Daniel Choka tried to play it out wide to Ayuba Sal, but then Shayna Morris was easily able to intercept, and yeah. So I am gonna be a little bit behind here. Okay, no, I'm live. So 1-0 to Fleetwood. Daniel Choka lets me down again, unfortunately. Wait, what? Wait, that goal was called back? Why? Wait, what? I was too busy looking at the replay. Huh. Okay. Offside flag that came like, what, 15 seconds after the goal was scored? Okay. I guess, don't blame me for missing out on that because I was looking back at the replay. I thought the goal would stand because, you know, I saw the celebration. Oh, well. Anyways, 0-0. Okay. So we got Luke McCormick on that right-hand side now. Defended by Shayna Morris. Okay. I mean, we take it. I'm watching offline on New Pipe Alternative, so look offline. Okay. Welcome to the stream. You are the first comment of the day, so. Anyway, Paul Osu on the throw here. Rodoni back to Osu. It was very late. VAR in the fucking EFL League One. You gotta love it. No, I'm just kidding. Alright. I'm going to give it away again. A 1-2 attempt between Osu and Rodoni. The return pass from Osu wasn't right to Rodoni, and it was easily picked off. I'm not sure if playing it long to Osu is the best idea because he's not the best in the air. That header was easily won by Andrew. But I like the desire from Osu to get upfield, you know. Long ball play to Shayna Morris. Shayna Morris. They've been playing it to him a lot, but Nessiganis Walker comes away with it, and Shayna Morris slips. A little bit of an ankles play there from Nessiganis Walker. They have a term over here in the U.S. ankles, or break the ankles. They just say ankles for short. Anytime someone slips while trying to defend someone in basketball. Sometimes they refer to it in soccer too. They just say ankles. Long ball played to Callum Morton. That was just seen out by Paul Osu. It's going to be a goal kick. God damn, this game's boring so far, except for that one chance. All right, now we got some results to talk about. So we got Cheltenham 1-0 against Bolton. And let's see. Yeah, Cambridge are down 1-0 against Sunderland. Decent results around the league so far for AFC Wimbledon, hopefully to capitalize on. Ooh, good hold up there from Ayuba Sal off of a semi-long ball there. He was able to bring the ball down and it gets dropped by Matete, and that's I shouldn't say a terrible foul. Ayuba Sal is kind of milking it a little bit, but does mistime the challenge. Maybe gets a little bit of a stud to the foot there. Oh yeah, it does get a stud to the foot there. Matete comes in late. Yeah, it was like, yeah, he does get on the book eventually. But yeah, it was a 15-yard little chip pass over from Luke McCormick. And Asal wasn't in position initially, but then he gets his body in the way, takes 1-2 touches and tries to lay it back off, and Matete comes in late. Yeah, so he's going to be on the book here, Matete. Nicely done there from Ayuba Sal, who, for those of you just coming in, Ayuba Sal is playing. He did get red carded last time out, but EFL decided to rescind that particular decision because it was a bullshit decision, quite frankly. There was no straight red ever, you know. He did come in a little bit late with a challenge, and it was a yellow card offense. But then him and the other player got into it. Just a little bit of a shove there from Asal, but that was really it. Anyway, that being said, pinball a little bit in the midfield here, as Hennigan's going to take a couple touches forward, tries to play it. What? Okay, he tries to lump it forward and loses the ball, but then comes in, studs up. Wins the ball successfully, though. What do you decide here if you're the referee? Come in. It wasn't a high stud, though. He does come in studs up, but it was kind of on the ankle area. And to be fair, that wasn't the best challenge in the world, because he did have his studs up there. Callum Morton is still down here. I'm really wondering what the referee is gonna call here. If I were to, I would say that's a yellow, because it is studs up, right? But it wasn't too high. He did win the ball. I think the referee's just gonna give him a warning here. Yeah, I think that's a yellow card offense, if I'm honest. But yeah, he's just going to give him a warning, I think. Yeah, old school. Throw back to the freaking crazy gang days. Oh, man. Yeah, throw back to Vinnie Jones. Yeah, that was, I mean, it wasn't dirty. I'm trying to use... Oh, speaking of Vinnie Jones, yeah, kick it long like Vinnie Jones used to. Okay, I'm trying to de-Google my phone, and New Pipe can play in the background like radio. Okay. That's interesting. The goal... My intention is to provide some form of radio commentary while trying to... well, back in the day, I used to post, 6-second GIFs in the chat. But unfortunately, I felt I won't do that. So essentially, my commentary will be kind of a radio commentary, but I don't really have the... I'm sorry, I'm focused on the game right now. Long ball intended for Callum Morton, defended by Paul Osu. Nicely done there by Osu. Not the most physically imposed. Okay, it's going to be a corner, though. It did bounce off him in the end. I think Morton was able to get a touch off Osu last second, but I don't have the cognitive ability to be able to do fast-paced commentary all the time, especially since I wake up at 6:30 and, my cognitive function is not fully up to speed, but I try my best, certainly. And it's going to be a corner kick here for Batty to take. That's a decent kick. Well played by Zanev to collect it. Now he's going to roll it out to Ollie Palmer. Perhaps another counterattack. We saw a counterattack around 5 minutes in, but again, Shaden Morris was able to intercept the intended pass there. Palmer was trying to play it up, but Shaden Morris just kind of gets his foot in the way from about 5 yards out. And this time one of the AFC Wimbledon players were able to clear their lines. The first time Shaden Morris was able to pick off a pass, it was from Daniel Choka, and he was able to play up Callum Morton, but he was offside there. Callum Morton in that exchange in which he scored a goal. Long ball played forward once again. A little bit too long there for Zanev. Not the most entertaining game so far, and Wimbledon. I mean, the chances that have come up have been from Fleetwood. A couple of half chances from them. One half chance in which we saw Matete with a shot from 26 yards out, a little bit over the bar. Another chance came from Morton in which he was deemed to be offside in the end. Why is Choka playing it long? Oh my God, why is Choka playing it long to Osu? It does go to Redoni, though, as he was able to come back and pick it up. Choka just plays it short here to Hardigan now. Off the ball movement is really lacking here from Wimbledon. Come on, they're kind of asleep here. There really hasn't been that much of play here from Wimbledon. A lot of times they knock it around. They knock it forward, excuse me. There's not too many off-the-ball runs being made here so far. They're kind of a slow start right now. Nicely done there by Guinness Walker to get stuck in on the challenge from Shaden Morris. Yeah, the Dons are just kind of playing these 5-yard passes every now and again, but nothing too incisive, and in the end, they're just trying to play it long. Ironically, though, they're playing a lot of long balls, but not too many of them are going to Ollie Palmer. You'd think that some of the long balls would go to Palmer, but no, most of them are going to the likes of Osu, to Radoni, to Asal, and, you know, Fleetwood are winning a lot of the aerial battles right now. And now, okay, that's a good ball there from Woodyard. He plays it long to McCormick. First touch is a pretty good one. He's defended now by Batty. Plays it back to Guinness Walker. Guinness Walker gets across and knocked down there by Clark. And now Fleetwood are going to switch the play here to Callum Morton. Sing Champagne song. I'm not too familiar with some of the songs and chants by AFC Wimbledon. I'm going to have to get up to speed there. If I actually were to see a couple of AFC Wimbledon games live, then I would be able to kind of know them. But long ball there for Shaden Morris, once again, this time defended by Daniel Chukka. He was easily able to read the play there. Shaden Morris tried to take a touch down the right. Yeah, Shaden Morris usually likes to cut to his left, but that time he had a different idea. Ole! Yeah, AFC Wimbledon going to come away with this one now. Where's Lindale? Is that in the UK? Hold on, I'm gonna adjust my settings real quick. I'm gonna have 3 tabs open: one with the iFollow, one with the lineups, and one with the live chat. All I had were 2 tabs: one with the iFollow and one with the lineups. Fuck. Oh, area battle won by Chukka there, but it does fall for the feet of Shaden Morris, excuse me. I'm thinking of Shaden Morris, and he does commit the foul there on Alex Woodyard. Speaking of Shaden Harrison, I mean, how's he doing? I think we went back to the the youth. No results there off the Google, so I don't really know what's going on with Shaden Harrison, whether he's playing for the AFC Wimbledon Academy right now or if he went off to a different club. But Shaden Harrison was supposed to be a bright young talent last year, but then he got injured the very first game that he came on. If I'm not mistaken, it was the first play in which he came on as a through ball played for him, and then he got I think it was a knee injury, perhaps. But anyway, long ball forward intended for Asal, and Guinness Walker tries to get on the end of that one. It's going to be cleared away, not fully away. Throw in here for the Dons. That's rough. Posted champagne song. Oh shit! I gotta check it out. Maybe while I have the chance, of course. After halftime, I'll give you a comment on what I feel about that, or how I feel about that. Anyway, Woodyard's gonna lock it. I was thinking of lump it forward, but easily come away here. Dude, my commentary is all over the place today. I'm mixing up words. I'm stumbling on my words right now. But again, another long ball forward here, intended for Guinness Walker, but yeah, Johnson's going to get on the end of that one, and yeah. Haven't really been too impressed so far with AFC Wimbledon's play. Really haven't haven't been on top of the chance creation so far today. And really not the most exciting fixture thus far. All right, Bolton equalized against Cheltenham. Wickham are now 1-0 up against Sheffield. For Sheffield Wednesday, have a pattern of either going 1-0 up and then dropping that lead, or going 1-0 down and then coming back from 1-0 down. It's just making the games very entertaining. They are in 8th place as it stands. They have won 3 out of their last 5 and drew the other 2. So decent form here for Sheffield Wednesday, but we'll see how that game turns out. Oh, no. Ben Hennigan gives it. Oh, no. And now Nick Zanev is off his line as well. You have got to be joking. It was a hospital ball, and it's a goal here for Fleetwood Town. I mean, it was a hospital ball as Ben Hennigan received it from Paul Osu, and then he tried to take a touch back and play Nick Zanev back, but it was a hospital ball off of the challenge there from Gardner. Gardner just kind of put in the challenge there, and it kind of put Ben Hennigan off balance there, and the backwards pass towards Nick Zanev was completely botched. That's poor, man. That's absolutely poor. That's ridiculous. Goal you don't want to give up there. Very preventable. Fleetwood are 1-0 up now. That's just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, Paul Osu, his pass back to Hennigan, it wasn't too soft, but it was, put with enough pace so that Hennigan, at first I thought Hennigan was going to play it, lump it to the box, but instead he decides to turn away. And why? Why did he decide to do that? Yeah. I mean, a long opportunity, a long shot there from Alex Woodyard from about 23 yards out, just a few yards over the bar. But, it wasn't a terrible idea, I guess. He could have played it with his left foot, first time with his right foot. But if you were to turn, playing it with your right foot takes a little bit longer. And that extra time that it took to play it with his right foot from the right-hand side instead of the left foot back to Zanev, that little extra time that it took just gave Gardner enough time to get stuck in the challenge and put off Ben Hennigan, and just not a good goal you want to concede. Really not. Yeah, it's an absolute gift. Literally every Wimbledon fan knows it. Well, I'm gonna have to catch myself up to speed, because if I'm gonna represent AFC Wimbledon with my commentary, I'm gonna have to make sure that I know it. But yeah, I am an AFC Wimbledon fan from the United States of America. I'll catch myself up to speed with that. But anyway. Couple headers won by both sides, and then all of a sudden you see Callum Johnson with a couple of yards of space, takes 1-2 touches, tries to blast it, but shanks it completely. By the way, there are 3 Callums in Fleetwood Town. There's Callum Johnson, Callum Morton, and there's Callum Camps, the number 10, who only has, I think, 11 starts or 12 starts. You'd think a number 10 would have, a good chunk of starts, but maybe not. Oh, yes, I did see that. Yeah, Egli Kaja. Yeah, I did see that. He used to play for AFC Wimbledon back in 2015, 2016. Very interesting to see how that's going to turn out. Another kind of center attacking mid. Very pacey. Very good on the ball. I'm very interested to see how that's going to turn out long term. Thrown here for AFC Wimbledon here to take. I said here twice, excuse me. All right, so there's going to be a throw in here for AFC Wimbledon to take. Woo. Woodyard tries to play it low. Through ball there to Nescanis Walker, but the pass is a little bit too heavy. I want to see how many goals he scored for AFC Wimbledon. Fuck. Yeah, definitely still plenty of time for AFC Wimbledon. But the way they're playing right now, I mean, my 3-1 prediction is really not going to hold up because, yeah, AFC Wimbledon, I don't think have a shot on goal right now. They have a couple of shots, but none on target right now. So definitely not conducive to success, if you ask me. Fleetwood do have a tendency to concede, though. At least one goal. Because they have conceded in their last 7 or 8 games in all competitions. And they do have a tendency to concede or give up their lead. You know, they go 1-0 up, 2-0 up, and then they give up the lead eventually. Notably, that game against Wigan, in which they were up 2-0, and then they give up 3 goals in the span of like 15 minutes. So they are susceptible to that. We just got to take advantage. Abysmal on the press there, nicely done. Was able to dispossess Lane. Again. Damn. Yeah, it was a long ball intended for Gardner, and Hennigan was forced to clear it out for not even that far for a throw in here from about 16 yards out for Fleetwood to take. I don't think they have a long throw, or maybe they do actually. I don't see any Fleetwood players on the near side. Oh, no, never mind. Now they're starting to come to. Yeah, I don't really have much to say. I mean, okay, I was going to say feed Ollie Palmer more. There's a long ball played to Palmer. He tries to hold it up. Forced all the way back to about maybe 35 yards out. And Callum Morton comes away with it. There was Clark on the challenge that kind of held him up. But anyway, they win possession back, Wimbledon. Ollie Palmer, nice little back heel square ball. Return pass from Radoni. Nothing comes of it though, as they force it all the way back to Woodyard. And Woodyard forces it back, or plays it back to Hennigan. Yeah, AFC Wimbledon still trying to find the best ball possible here, kind of knocking it around a little bit, but off the ball movement is still kind of lacking from the Dons here. Okay, Jack Radoni receives it. He's going to be looking for that run from Nesta Guinness Walker here. Plays it to the left to Guinness Walker. Guinness Walker takes a touch down the left. Defended by Morris. And then Johnson gets stuck in the tackle, yeah. Nah, fam. They're not going to get relegated. No. I know that they're down 1-0 against Fleetwood, and they've been a little bit spotty, a little bit inconsistent, but I don't think, I mean, yeah, they just, hold on, I'm focusing on the game here. Long throw here. Headed away, not fully away. Back to Guinness Walker. Left-footed cross. Good ball in. Oof. Cleared away, back post. Yeah, the clearance there. But back to Alsio. I don't think they're going to get relegated. I mean, they're too talented for that. Of course, they don't always put 2 and 2 together. They don't always perform as they should, but who knows? Maybe a little bit of reverse psychology, perhaps. Anyway, JaggyDons takes a couple touches toward the center, switches it over to Guinness Walker. Good ball again. Ooh, that looked to me like a spicy ball into McCormick. Almost got the header in, but in the end, it was I think it was Holgate who ended up heading that one away. That was a good ball, man. Top of the 6. I thought McCormick was going to get on the end of that one. Morris is going to be triple teamed essentially and forces it back to, yeah, Callum Johnson. Yeah, Rodoni's dropping deep a lot to receive the pass, which is honestly, I like that because, you know, a lot of the first 15, 20 minutes we lumped it forward a lot. Not very often to Palmer, surprisingly, because usually you'd think he would be on the end of those long balls. But now Rodoni's dropping deep a lot. He's trying to feed the likes of Asal and maybe McCormick hooking out from that center attacking mid position. I like to see that because, you know, we really have not seen that much quality thus far, and JaggyDons taking it upon himself to try to create something. Anyway, Hartigan, we really haven't had a set-piece goal lately, and not the best ball there from Hartigan. Yeah, I mean, that game against Portsmouth, I think we did okay. I just think Portsmouth were just really good on the day. I think we did well defensively for the most part. Did create a couple of chances that we couldn't convert. Anyway, a through ball in to Asal. Oof. That was a good ball in from Guinness Walker down the 18-yard line a little bit, and Asal tried to play it down the 6, and it was in the end it was a last-ditch challenge there from. Actually, no, it bounced off Ollie Palmer. I just kind of took my eye off it a little bit. It bounced off the thigh of Ollie Palmer. Had Ayub Asal played a slightly better ball there towards the ground, maybe it could have been a different story. But the ball was bouncing a little bit for Asal, and he tried to bring it down, but the 5-yard pass down the 6 was straight to Ollie Palmer's knee thigh area and wasn't able to steer it. But AFC Wimbledon, last 10 minutes of the half, starting to pick up the pace a little bit. Hopefully we'll take that momentum and take it in stride towards the second half. Ooh, Garner was able to come away off 2 players, was able to ward off a couple challenges, and now back out wide here. Oh, good defending in the end to force it out wide, but it looks to me like Danny Andrews is going to beat Luke McCormick and cross it low and hard, intended for Batty. But it's going to be a corner kick, and it's going to be half-time there. Nah, we're not going to be relegated. Yeah, definitely not the kind of season. Again, it looks to me like a season in which we'll probably place 19th or 18th. Maybe 1 or 2 positions higher than last season and 2 seasons prior, in which we were like 1 and 2 positions above relegation. But, you know, I just think that we're too inconsistent to really make a push for a top half finish, to be honest. So, for that half, you know, last 15 minutes picked up just a tad. Guinness Walker has been one of our bright spots on the offensive end. Put a couple of crosses into the box, a couple of pretty juicy ones. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get on the end of it. I think Fleetwood have been winning a lot of the aerial battles with Clark and Holgate in that, the last-ditch headers being won there. And then Batty, Lane winning a lot of the headers off the midfield. And I just think that, you know, Fleetwood are playing decent, knocking around a decent bit, playing it forward to Morton and Garner. And, you know, AFC Wimbledon really not creating on the offensive end. Every now and again they play a good, decent through ball out to McCormick or Asal, but, you know, they're not able to play that final ball in. And when they try to attempt to play that final ball in, it's not a very good one, aside from the occasional good cross out wide from Guinness Walker. So, I mean, it is what it is. Gilbert Knight, I reckon once our squad becomes more experienced throughout the season, we will start to pick up consistency, maybe finish around 14th or 15th. That's fair. I think my final prediction will be 16th. And we will carry that momentum on to the next season, hopefully, and I think we'll maybe make a push for that top 10. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, don't really have too much to comment on right now, and let me stop the timer here real quick and fade to music. I will get some breakfast. I'm pretty hungry myself, so. Oh, why is it? No. Stop the countdown. Okay. Anyway, I will be back. Yeah.
disallowed earlier on in the half. Still trying to figure out what that was for.
All right, I'm back, boys. Almost stopped my breakfast, but couldn't finish it in time. Anyway, long ball right away. Callum Morton was able to fend off Paul Osu. Paul Osu gets a touch. Ugh. Hopefully the start of this second half will be more the same in terms of the last 10 minutes of that first half that AFC Wimbledon had. Not too bad, but, you know, the half as a whole was really not the best. Only 2 shots and none on target, even with that 56% possession that they saw. Please, the goal is score which shot. I think I know what you're trying to say. You can only score if you shoot, right? I think that's what you're saying. That's the only way you're going to score is if you shoot. So hopefully AFC Wimbledon will create some chances. If they do play it long, hopefully they'll play it long to Palmer a little bit more frequently. Anyway, a header not fully away there by whoever that was. Morton, yeah, he tried to head it away after a clearance there from Zanev. Wimbledon keeping possession here on the right-hand side. They're trying to find the right pass here as Hennigan lumps it forward. We play Ole Palmer this time. He wins the knockdown. Past McCormick, though, on that right-hand side, and Danny Andrews is able to shield it. Come on, you Dons! I know, right? Let's go. Oh, they should... Oh, come on, you Cods. My bad. I'm blind as a bat. Come on, you Cods. Well, y'all have been playing pretty well so far. For the most part. Not playing too... I mean, the first 15 minutes was just pinball. I mean, it was not long ball. It wasn't a long ball simulator, but there were some long balls. There were some headers won by both sides. A couple of, like, short 10-yard chipped passes. But, you guys played to Callum Morton a lot in that first half, and Shaden Morris also found himself on that right-hand side quite frequently, being a danger man. So we'll see what happens. Throwing here for AFC Wimbledon. Luke McCormick shielding it out. Very smartly done there, as he was defended initially by Andrew, but he back heels it off of Andrew, and that's going to be another throw. Headed away, not fully away. They try to clear it, and it bounces off the ref. That was a little unfortunate because Luke McCormick was on the press, but unfortunately the ref had to call it back because the initial pass was blocked by the ref himself. Ooh, good one-touch football being played here by Fleetwood. They played out to Morris. A cross comes in just barely ahead of Morton. That was scary. Morton was making that run in, and that cross was head height down the 6, and Morton tried to get his head in the way. Tried to get his head in there and just barely passed him. I mean, it was good, quick play there from AFC Wimbledon. They couldn't really have done much. I mean, Neskinus Walker recovered, not fully. He was trying to get there in time, trying to get the block off the cross, and for once, Ben Hennigan, I've been giving him credit for his defensive positioning. That time he lost his mark a little bit, and Morton almost got his head in the way. And AFC Wimbledon looked a little sketchy there defensively, but it was more so a really good, quick, incisive play from Fleetwood. Good one-touch pass from Batty. And then that was... I actually don't know who played the ball into Morton, but either way, or who played the ball into Morris, excuse me. But I think that was Batty that played it into Morris, and Morris crossed it. Anyway, free kick here from Wimbledon here on the right. It's going to be Anthony Hardigan to take this one. Really good ball. Back post! Oh, damn it. Jack Rodoni got a little bit of I think it was deemed to be offside, but it was far post. Or it was a foul, actually, yeah. Yeah, it was a foul committed by Luke McCormick. A little bit of a shove on the back in the process. But it was Jack Rodoni on the back post, received it about shin height, and he tried to drive it low and hard back. It wasn't that hard because it kind of bounced off his foot rather than more than anything. But keeper collected it anyway, but it was a foul committed there by McCormick. Callum Morton wins the header over Ben Hennigan there, and now Gardner's going to play back to Morton, left-hand side, tries to beat Chuka, tries to cut it back to his right, but Chuka was able to get in the way. I'm surprised he was able to win the header over Hennigan. Wins the header over Hennigan, and then all of a sudden you see Gardner bring it down and play a nice little incisive through ball back to Morton. I mean, Fleetwood are playing, I shouldn't say out of their skin, but they're playing out of their element right now, I should say, compared to their recent run of form, losing 4 of their last 5. And Ubasal, on the through ball attempt there, gets held back by Callum Johnson. No yellow, though. That's a bit surprising. I thought maybe that could have been a yellow card on Callum Johnson. Cheltenham 2-1 up against Bolton. Decent result there. Sunderland up 2-1 against Cambridge. Decent result there. Franchise winning against Morecambe 2-0. Not the best result, obviously. It's going to be Hardigan once again. Oh, knocks it down! Woo! Let's go, Sal! It was a knockdown there. Who won the knockdown? I want to see that. It was Luke McCormick on the knockdown there. Look, McCormick was like making a run actually, but then he knocked it down this way, and then Asal ran onto it. Boom! Side-footed effort. There, let's go, boys. Let's go. Come on. Set piece goal finally. I don't think that's considered a set piece goal necessarily because it wasn't off the set piece directly. But AFC Wimbledon are on the board here, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Trying to update the score, but I'm having a bit of a hard time doing so. 1-1 AFC Wimbledon. Finally, we score off a fucking set piece, man. That was a well-worked goal. I mean, the pass from Hardigan was kind of around the 8-yard area. It was a good ball in. Not enough power, though, so McCormick kind of had to, again, kind of ran ahead of it, so he had to knock it back down for Asal. Really smart, though. Really smart that Asal was, he wasn't obvious. Sometimes he is the target for a cross or something, but on a set piece, ideally, he's not going to be a target man. So just have him on that 18-yard box. That was perfectly worked there by AFC Wimbledon. Ayub Asal ran onto it. Perfect finish. Bottom corner. Anyway, Danny Andrews puts a cross in low and hard. Had that been placed a little bit closer there to Gardner, he could have maybe gotten a touch, but it was a collection there by Zanev. Let's go, Dons. Hey, Connor! My boy EXO Connor, my friend from the Mario Kart Wii community. How you doing, man? I thought he was banned too, but then I looked at the AFC Wimbledon fan group, and the red card was rescinded because EFL decided that the red card was bullshit in the first place. You can make an argument that it was a double yellow, one for the foul, maybe one for the push that happened afterwards. But the referee gave a straight red, and neither of those instances were a straight red to me. So EFL rescinded it, thankfully. And Ayub Asal is a very, very lucky boy, I gotta say. He's got to keep his head, man. Ayub Asal is a hothead, but sometimes he lets his emotions run rampant. I know Alex Woodyard is also a bit of a hothead, but he keeps his emotions in check whenever he needs to. He's just a very feisty player. Like, he gets stuck into challenges. Every once in a while he'll complain to the ref, but nothing more than that. McCormick. Palmer on the hold-up. Okay. Corner kick here, a throw in, and initially, Guinness Walker tried to put the ball in the box, but it was blocked. Come on. Come on. Hardigan's going to put this one in. Let's go. Oh. It's a good ball. Top of the 8, or top of the 6, but headed away. As expected, like clockwork, Fleetwood giveaway lead, by the way. I think that's like, what, the 3rd time now in like 5 games that they go up and then they concede. They haven't won a game in their last 6 league appearances, I think. And only one away win, excuse me, so. Yeah, it's going to be a free kick here after Abysmal was deemed to have been fouled there by Danny Andrews. A little bit of a push and tug on that right-hand side there. Another free kick here for Anthony Hardigan to take. Have way too much work, ATM. Yeah, I feel you, man. I work like 30 hours a week right now. Hardigan's going to place it. Oh! Hennigan initially wins the header, but then it bounces off the chest. I'm sorry, it bounces off the back there of the defender and headed away afterwards. Ollie Palmer now on the right-hand side. Takes his man on. Callum Morton is on defense. Oh! Oh, Redoni. Oh. Yeah, cross intended for Luke McCormick. It was cleared away partially there. And then Redoni tried to volley it. Top of the 18. Skies it. Absolutely, man. I mean, that was Ollie Palmer there. You know, they tried to clear their lines, Fleetwood, but then Alex Woodyard just sprinting to try to recover it back and then gets it to Nessagitis Walker. Nessagitis Walker plays it over to Palmer, and then Callum Morton was defending him in that instance, and Palmer was able to get around him and plays the cross in. Really good cross in from Palmer. Usually he's the target man, but that goes to show Palmer's pretty. Palmer's not just a target man. He is very versatile overall. He can play a good ball into the box. He's not super agile, super quick, but he's got decent pace for his height. I mean, he's what, 6'2", 6'3", pretty physically imposing, but also pretty quick for his size, I should say. Yeah, Ollie Palmer. Oh, he played for Luton, really? I know he used to play for Crawley Town back in like 2018, 2019, but yeah, Ollie Palmer has really found his stride. I shouldn't say this season, because last season is where he really started to find his stride under Mark Robinson. You know, back under Glyn Hodges, we used to play Joe Pigott up top by himself at times, but then, you know, under Mark Robinson, they would play a 4-4-2 rather than a 3-5. We used to play 3-5-2 sometimes under Glyn Hodges, and Ollie Palmer would come off the bench. Sometimes we would play Ryan Longman to start alongside Joe Pigott. But then for a little bit, I think Ryan Longman was injured, so we had Ollie Palmer playing, and that's when he really found his element. And Ollie Palmer is a well-rounded individual. Oh, it might have been on loan from Crawley. I'm not sure, but he did. When we did pick up Ollie Palmer as a signing, he did come from Crawley, so interesting. I did not know that. The more you know. Yeah, you guys had Pickett as well. That I know. He also played for Southend United back in 2014 when Southend got promoted from, I think, from the 5th tier all the way to the 4th tier. I could be wrong there. I don't know if it was 5th to 4th or 4th to 3rd. But anyway, Shaden Morris, once again being the dangerous individual he is, comes away from a couple of challenges and gets brought down. Still in the Fleetwood half though. They're going to knock it forward, intended for Morrison. Morrison knocks it towards the 18, but nicely done by Chuka to hold off the pressure from Gardner. And now Shaden Morris actually wins the header over Alex Woodyard there. Now they're going to play it square to Danny Andrews. Nicely done there from Masao, getting stuck in, putting his shoulder in the way. Not coming away with the ball there as Callum Morton comes away with it instead. Batty plays it square to Callum Johnson. Shaden Morris is going to be defended here by Guinness Walker. Guinness Walker gets his foot in the way after the intended cross there. The game's really starting to pick up here. I mean, the first half was kind of a snooze fest, really, but now AFC Wimbledon have kind of started to come back into it. Hold on, I'm a little bit behind. I'm going to be 10 seconds behind. I'm trying to look back at something real quick. Okay, so the corner kick's going to be taken here. I am live now. Ooh, Danny Andrews actually won the header over Ben Hennigan again. Surprisingly, Ben Hennigan is actually losing out on some of these aerial exchanges. To be fair, though, that was over his head. It wasn't like a straight-up header. But Danny Andrews' header towards goal, it was collected by Zanev, and he is down. I think maybe Ben Hennigan on the challenge might have caught him. It wasn't like an elbow or an arm. I think he was trying to... Ben Hennigan was kind of tracking back, and actually Andrews put his head in the way, and Hennigan tried to get his head, and they just collided heads there. And Danny Andrews is still down here. But anyway, what I was rewinding to specifically was right before the goal. I was trying to remember who drew the foul there. It was Ayuba Sal, who was able to beat his man there. He was able to turn away on the hold-up, and I didn't actually make a comment on that, but that was actually a really good first touch there by Ayuba Sal on that particular play. Yeah, I kind of flicked it. And it was the foul committed there by Callum Johnson. But yeah, I was just rewinding there to the 51st minute. And looks to me like Andrew might be coming off. He is down and out. I think he might have been, for a second, might have been knocked out or something from that head-to-head collision between him and Hennigan. That looked kind of rough. That's one of the defender's worst, or any football player's worst nightmares. Head-to-head collisions happen so frequently. Just writing some notes while I have the opportunity. Okay. Okay, I'm 10 seconds behind now. So now play has resumed. Couple of headers won by both sides here. A little bit of pinball. Now the ball's played up to Shaden Morris. He actually out-muscles, I should say, Nesta against Walker, surprisingly, and now Fleetwood are going to come away with it. Yeah, I mean, Shaden Morris has given Nesta against Walker some major issues in this game so far. I mean, Nesta hasn't been beat every time, but I think Shaden Morris is getting the better of Guinness Walker in this game so far. And now Callum Morton completely leaving Paul Osu for dead there. Just turns away. Gets a shot off, though. Yeah, he just turns and just outmuscles Osu this time. Yeah, our outside backs have not been doing well in terms of keeping out the pressure. Shaden. Okay, a couple headers won by both sides here. Oh, that was a really good first touch by Lane to chest it down and play it square now to Callum Johnson on the right. Rodoni's going to be pressing hard here, but nothing comes of it. Now Woodyard tries to press, but then Morris takes it to his left, away from Woodyard. To the left now is Morton. Back to Matete on the top of the box. Fleetwood switch it over to Johnson. Ooh, this is good play here. Back to Johnson on the right here from Lane. Rodoni's going to be defending him. Ooh, back post just ahead of Morton, but back post is Danny Andrews. First touch let him down. Yeah, Fleetwood playing some really good football in that exchange. I mean, they were knocking around pretty well. And, yeah, Osu and Nesta against Walker have been struggling, man. Yeah, getting out-muscled by the likes of Morris and Danny Andrew coming up on that left-hand side from the left-back position. And then, you know, they're playing it out wide a lot, and they're having a bit of a hard time, those two. Oh, nice header one. Ooh, okay, Ollie Palmer wins the first header. Tries to play McCormick into space, but trickles away. Cairns is able to pick it up. Oh, nice flick by Palmer. Again, he's winning a lot of the aerial battles now, but... Oof. What just happened there? I was looking back at the play there. Zanev tried to clear, and as Ollie Palmer went up, I think, was there a little bit of an arm there from Ollie Palmer catching Morris in the face there? Another Fleetwood player down, unfortunately. But it's going to be Henry Lawrence coming in here for Paul Osu, and I think that's the right move. Paul Osu hasn't had the best game today. You know, at times coming up on the offensive end and doing a decent job. Hasn't really provided that much aside from the occasional square ball, though. Yeah, and every now and again does get caught back on the defensive end. So I think we need to prioritize someone like Henry Lawrence, who's going to be... I mean, not to say that Osu isn't box-to-box, but I think Osu is a little bit more attacking-minded, while Henry Lawrence is kind of a bit more balanced on the offense and the defense. He's able to position himself a little bit better than Paul Osu. So, of course, Henry Lawrence coming off of injury, so they're trying to kind of take it easy on him instead of having him start right away. But I think that's going to be the move here, and looks to me like he's still down. Damn. That's going to be Gardner, not Morris. I was thinking of something else, yeah. He's coming off a stretcher, man. That was it. Damn, was it really that bad? I gotta look back at that one more time. I'm trying to look back at this. Damn. No, I think it's definitely a lower body thing. I highly doubt it's a facial thing or a neck thing. Damn. Well, who's going to be coming on for him? Because he's definitely coming off. Looks to me that's going to be Connor McLaughlin. Outside mid. Slash, I don't think he's an outside back. I think he's mainly an outside mid. McLaughlin. It's an Irish name. No, it's not. Northern Irish, perhaps? Yeah, Northern Irish, okay. So, 3 games played, 2 starts here for Connor McLaughlin. He has some experience with the championship, notably 2 seasons with Millwall, 2017 and 18, 2018 and 19. That didn't really do too well. Only 1 goal, no assists in the first season, and 0 goals, 0 assists. His most notable season was with Fleetwood, actually. He played with Fleetwood between 2012 and 2017. He has about an average of maybe like 2.5 goals across those seasons. His best season was 5 goals, 2 assists, 2016, 2017. So we'll see how Connor McLaughlin does. I didn't pronounce that correctly. McLaughlin. I've been paying a lot of attention to the lineups and not enough attention to the game, I feel. Have you ever planned on coming down to the UK? Yeah, actually, I am going to be going to the UK in March. Wait, hold on, I want to see what happened. It looks to me like we got another injury. Danny Andrew goes down, and all of a sudden the crowd goes, "Why? What? Boo!" They're not booing, but they're just kind of... Maybe they're just... They weren't frustrated at the, quote, time wasting. They're just frustrated that so many players are getting injured so that the time is coming down as a result. I don't think they're giving stick to the players necessarily. But yeah, I already have my tickets booked, actually. I'm going to be going to the UK. I'm going to be arriving March 11th and leaving March 28th. So what I plan on doing is I plan on going to... So when I touch down on Friday, the next day, I want to go to the game against Lincoln City at home. And then they are going to be playing Cheltenham away. I don't think I'm going to be watching that one. I'm going to watch Luton Town on Tuesday with my friend Connor, hopefully. Luton Town against Preston North End. And then that following Saturday, the 1 week after the Lincoln game, I'm going to be watching a Premier League game, I would hope. Because some of those Premier League games are through the roof. They're like £100+ for the highest seats possible. So maybe I can watch, like, I don't know, Watford v Burnley or something like that, just to save a little bit of money. And I'm going to be watching the Cambridge game at home as well. I'm going to be skipping out on the Cheltenham away game because it's Cheltenham away. I mean, it's not the best atmosphere in the world. So yeah, I'm just going to take that time maybe to watch a Premier League game and kind of look through my phone, look through the score in the middle of it. But I will be vlogging as well. I will be vlogging all the games I go to, including the Luton game, including whatever Premier League game I decide to go to. Yeah, I could have gone to the April one, but I got a tip from a fellow YouTuber that the games sell out pretty quickly, and also it's better for my scheduling, actually. If I go during April, it's going to be during school, and I got spring break towards the end of March, so... I've never been. No, it's going to be my first time. I've never been to the UK, period. So, it's the first time for everything, right? I'm really excited for that. Anyway, Nick Zanev tries to clear it away. Not fully away. That's kind of a poor clearance, but it looks to me like Lane, his clearance was straight up in the air. Daniel Chuka wins the header over Morris. Ooh, AFC Wimbledon come away with it here. Square ball here by McCormick out to Rodoni. Rodoni's going to be taking on his man 1v1. The substitute, number 27. I don't know his name. But then he plays Guinness Walker on the overlap. Guinness Walker back over to Woodyard. Woodyard is usually that receiver just in case the likes of Guinness Walker or Rodoni don't take it wide. Now they're going to reset all the way back to Chuka. Chuka switches it all the way to a Sal. Not fully there, though. Header away there by Holgate. Hardigan lumps it forward. No handball. Here we go. And Matete switches it over. They've been playing their outside backs a lot, Fleetwood Town have, and now it's going to be Luke McCormick on the press. You don't want to have Guinness Walker press that high, but they played over to Morris. Morris plays it back. Off the press there from Guinness Walker. Morris and Guinness Walker have had a very good battle throughout the game. I mean, there have been times where Guinness Walker comes away with possession or blocks across. There have been times where Morris beats him for pace. I mean, it's been very exciting. It looks to me like they give it away cheaply. Oh, that's a foul. Yep. Garner gives it away cheaply on the midfield. His first touch off of the pass from the center back was a very poor one, and then he came in sliding. Got the ball partially, but he went through Alex Woodyard in order to get the ball. So that was one of the only instances in which Fleetwood really gave it away too cheaply. I mean, a lot of their giveaways have been from long balls or from like intended crosses that were headed away. They didn't really give possession. They haven't given away possession too much. And Wimbledon have not really pressed that high this game. Usually you see AFC Wimbledon double teaming on the high press pretty frequently, but considering the attacking prowess Fleetwood have, and considering that they're playing 4-4-2, well, they do have a 4-4-2, but it's really a 3-5-2 because Andrew and Johnson are almost always on the attack. You don't want to high press too much because Fleetwood will take advantage. They'll play around that high press, and even though they conceded 32 goals, they still have 29 goals to their name in the league, so they are very much capable of creating a chance or two. Lane and Morris are very dangerous on the wide areas. Garner and Morton, decent striking duo. So yeah, not that much of a high press this game. Oh, Jack Rodoni gets by his man very well. Plays Guinness Walker. Nicely done by Rodoni to get through Matete. He was able to slow it down and then get by him with pace. Well, Woodyard switches the play to Asal. Defended by Holgate. What can he do? Ayub Asal. It's going to do a couple step overs. Plays it back to Lawrence. Lawrence, good ball! Good ball! McCormick! Oh. McCormick challenged the header there with Johnson, I think that was. Neither won the header. Then McCormick had the ball on his left foot, tried to steer it towards goal, but it was collected by the keeper. Yeah, it was Batty actually that contested with the header against McCormick. Neither won the header, and it bounced off the foot of Johnson, and Johnson was like kind of stumbling on his feet trying to block the shot after it came down to McCormick's foot. And McCormick couldn't, I think it partially nicked off of him. That's why the sting was taken off the shot from about 6 yards out, and the keeper collected it in the end. Oh, Callum Morton chests it down after he takes it towards the center. Square ball now to Johnson. Rodoni on the press. Oh, Biggins came on as a substitute. Nicely done by Woodyard there to get stuck in the challenge. But Matete still comes away with it after a second challenge there from Asal. Not successful. Oof. Johnson tries to play a ball forward, and Guinness Walker's pumping forward with pace after he came away with the ball initially. Guinness Walker saw him. And then back over to Rodoni. Rodoni takes it back to the left and puts a really good cross in. Rodoni! Oh, Cairns punched it away. That was really nicely done there from Guinness Walker and Rodoni on the attack. Rodoni pumps a really good ball in. Just a little bit too much of a floater, though. Cairns was able to punch it away. Oh, Anthony Hartigan dispossesses Callum Morton. Ball played into McCormick. Left-footed McCormick. Let's fucking go, baby. Let's go. Woo! Callum Morton takes a touch. His first touch kind of let him down there, and Anthony Hartigan was on the press. Plays Ollie Palmer. Ollie Palmer plays an incisive through ball into Luke McCormick, and Luke McCormick's first touch was a brilliant one. Right-footed, takes a touch down towards goal and places it far post on the third touch. It was 1-2 touches, third touch, place far post. Luke McCormick, absolute worldie, man. And that came from Anthony Hartigan, man. That came from Hartigan. That was all him. Dispossesses Callum Morton. Callum Morton, Ginger Ronaldo, usually known for his offensive play, but he dropped deep to help a little bit on the defensive end. His first touch let him down. Anthony Hartigan was able to come away with it, and it's 2-1. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go, boys. I knew it. I didn't directly say that AFC Wimbledon were going to come back after Fleetwood had scored, but I kind of had a feeling deep down. I did mention that Fleetwood have a tendency to drop points, even during games that, you know, they see themselves 1-0 up or 2-0 up. And we just saw it there. 80th minute now, 10 minutes to go here. Can AFC Wimbledon hold on to this lead? Luke McCormick hasn't seen the ball too frequently, but when he has, he's been clinical. Ollie Palmer tries to receive it on the hold-up, but gets dispossessed. They play it to Johnson again square. That's been every time they play it to Callum Johnson on that right-hand side. Jack Rodoni's going to double team with Nessa Guinness-Walker. Him and Guinness-Walker and Rodoni have very good chemistry with one another, both on the defensive and offensive end. Nessa Guinness-Walker has really kind of found his way on the starting lineup, has really found himself as a notable piece for this side, at least on the offensive end. Every once in a while, can't get caught defensively, but he's improved on the defensive end too. But anyway, they play it over to Morris, and great tackle there by Jack Rodoni, able to get his body in the way, shrugs him off, and now Guinness Walker's going to play. Luke tries to play an incisive through ball to Luke McCormick, but it's dispossessed. Matete to the left here. Here's Callum Morton. Nicely defended there by Henry Lawrence. Gets his body in the way. Yeah, he gets his body in the way, but then eventually gets shrugged off, and it's going to be a corner kick after he kind of falls onto the ball. Henry Lawrence out of play. Let's fucking go, boys. Corner kick here for Fleetwood. Headed away there by Hennigan. Nicely done. Henry Lawrence is going to come away with this one, defended by Morris. He's going to lump it forward all the way to Ayubas. A little bit too heavy there. Oh! Cairns' first touch was, instead of collecting it, he decided to take a touch with his left foot, and it bounced off his left foot. Asal almost got to that. And then they play a through ball over to Morris. First touch for Morris was a bit heavy. A bit of a pattern in the last 10 minutes with Fleetwood taking a heavy first touch, and Daniel Chuka got stuck in the sliding challenge. Nice work. Yeah, ever since the goal, Fleetwood have kind of looked a little sloppy on possession. You know, Fleetwood have been playing pretty well, even though they have had, like, what, 44, 45% possession throughout the game. Now they have 50. But ever since the goal, they've been a little bit less quality in terms of possession. AFC Wimbledon dispossessing a couple times. Also, AFC Wimbledon a little bit more dangerous on the offensive end. Being a little bit more incisive with their through ball attempts. Even if it's forced sometimes, at least they decide to make that attempt. Anyway, a free kick here for Fleetwood on the right-hand side. Referee pulled it back. I think there might have been some pushing and shoving. But yeah, anyway, that was Daniel Chuka committing the foul there earlier. As whoever that was, I think that might have been whoever came out as a substitute. Connor McLaughlin trying to shield it on the corner flag. Anyway, free kick will be coming in here. This time, not blown dead. Oh, Callum Morton wins the first header. Cleared away. It bounced off. Oh, Lane puts the cross in. It's going to be a goal. I mean, that was a really good ball in there from Lane. The first header was not fully away. Lane kind of first times it over, and it's going to be, yeah, it's Callum Johnson on the back post. Wins the header, I think, over Daniel Chuka, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, wins it over Chuka. Chuka was a little bit behind. It went over Rodoni's head, and then Chuka tried to run onto it to try to get his head on the way at least, but Fleetwood have equalized. Oh! Yeah, okay. I thought they ruled the playback, but damn. I mean, it came off the right-hand side when Fleetwood pumped the ball. Yeah, instead of playing Morris, instead they played McLaughlin. He got brought down by Chuka. That's one of the struggles that Nessa Guinness-Walker has every now and again, is going up in the attack and not able to recover. Daniel Chuka was forced to get on the defensive end and commits the foul, and Yeah, header away, not fully away. Good cross in from Lang. Good header. Yeah, I mean, I can't really blame the defense too much on that particular play in terms of the cross. The cross was just a beautiful one. It was perfectly weighted from Lang and just over the head of Rodoni, just behind Daniel Chuck, who wasn't able to get in position to win the header. So it is what it is. Yeah, it's unfortunate. So you got two goals apiece, and now we got 4 minutes to go, or 4.5 minutes to go in regulation here. Yeah, it is disappointing. But hopefully the results around the league will help us out a little bit. Nessiganis Walker lumps the ball into the box. Not too high enough, easily cleared away. It's going to be Ethan Chislett, by the way, coming in for Luke McCormick. Let's see if Chislett can provide something in these last 5 minutes. And Aaron Presley as well coming on for Palmer. They switched the play. Nicely done. Oof. Just a little bit ahead of Jack Rodoni there. The pass from Hardigan. Fuck, man. Oof. Fleetwood playing a little sloppy still, though. They try to clear their lines. They're just trying to pump it long, but it deflected. Nice one-touch football being played by the Dons. One touch, one touch, one touch. Now it's going to be Chislett out wide here. Back over to Rodoni. Handball. Oh, free kick. I want to rewind it because that was a really quick play there from AFC Wimbledon. All right, so it's Nessiganis Walker on the left-hand side. He played a ball over to Rodoni. Rodoni one time back to Woodyard. Woodyard one time to Chislett. Chislett a through ball back to Woodyard, and then Woodyard one time back to Chislett. They were playing some really good football there for a second there, AFC Wimbledon, but then they draw the foul with the handball there. So it's going to be Anthony Hardigan with it's a very dangerous position here for Anthony Hardigan because he can whip the ball into the box or he can go for goal just like he did against Morecambe. Top corner from that left-hand side. We'll see what happens here. I think he's going to put this ball in with pace. Hardigan. Oh, he tries to go for goal. A couple yards over the bar there. Yeah, not the worst free kick in the world. Yeah, I wish at least I could have hit the bar from that distance, but yeah, comes to nothing there in the end. Ole! Kane shanked it, and now Ayub Assal's going to come away with it. Can he find Chislett? Oh, he took a touch towards goal. But then Matidi, oh man, he was on the right-hand side. He tried to take a touch towards the 18, and Matidi, just a brilliant recovery there. My goodness. Or Matete, excuse me, not Matidi. Matete just recovers very nicely. I mean, he came sprinting in to make that challenge. Damn. That's one that got away, definitely. Yeah, it was Karen slipped on that one, and Ayub Assal's first touch was brilliant, but I think Assal should have been a little bit more aware. Maybe should have taken a look to his left before taking that touch towards the 18 to see if there's anybody coming his way. I mean, I think, Assal, with how fast he is, his first touch was brilliant, took him into space, and he just kept running forward, but gets brought down by Shannon Morris. Hennigan's going to lump it forward, lump it clear. Alex Woody on the press here off of Holgate. All right, boys, we got 1 minute to go here. A draw wouldn't be the worst result, but this was definitely winnable, especially against an out-of-form Fleetwood side. Results around them are decent, though. Cambridge, Lincoln, and Morecambe respectively losing their games. Clark is going to lump it forward here to the left here, and now it's Lang. Gets dispossessed by a Sal. Not fully, though, as he wins possession back. Beats a Sal. Down to Callum Morton. Tries to lay it off. The shot was blocked. Aaron Presley. Oof, gonna try to take a touch ahead, but Shane McLaughlin comes away with it. Shane McLaughlin, excuse me, Connor McLaughlin. 10 minutes of stoppage time. 10 minutes of stoppage time. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going right to the death. I mean, there were 3 different injuries from Fleetwood, one of which took maybe like 4 minutes off the clock there. It was an injury there from Danny Andrew. Ooh, ball forward, and Daniel Chuck is going to see off. Maybe not fully there. Morris put the pressure on the back of Chuka there, and he had to slide in to try to prevent Morris from getting on the end of that one, and Chuka concedes the corner. Man, he has been a danger, man. Shaden Morris has been dangerous all game, giving us some major problems on that right-hand side. It's a headache, man. The Nerd Fighter community. Gotta love that banner from John Green, the sponsor. Oh, not fully away, not fully away. Okay. Ben Hennigan tried to clear with his left foot and kind of shanked it, and yeah, that wasn't the best. Yeah, it bounced off Johnson there, and then it was Garner that tried to steer it home first time on the right side of the 6-yard box and shanked it. I mean, it kind of came at him really quickly because shanked clearance, bounced off the foot of Johnson, and then the shot was over the bar. Kind of a sketchy corner kick there. Defended sketchily, I should say. Defended dodgily. Oh my god. Yeah. So for those of you coming in, we got 8 minutes left of stoppage time. Even though there's it's the 92nd minute, it's 10 minutes in total of stoppage time here, and still plenty of time for AFC Wimbledon to try to create something. And Fleetwood, John Green. Shout out to John Green. Oh, Henry Lawrence has to track back. Oh, they switched the play over to number 17. Forgot his name, though. Defended by Guinness Walker. He's going to take a touch to his right. Blocked by Guinness Walker out for a corner. That was going to be... no, it was actually Harrison Biggins, number 27. I did mention that he had a bit of trouble getting stuck into challenges in a couple matches prior, notably against Burton. Gave away 2 goals in which he could have maybe gotten stuck in the challenge, but yeah, he didn't start today, Biggins, but he came on as a substitute around the 78th minute or so. Corner kick will be coming in here for Fleetwood. They are decent in the air. Nobody picks it up, and then a shot coming in from outside the 18. It was deflected, and Henry Lawrence will get in the clearance. Nice double team off the press there. Ooh. Jack Rodoni and Ethan Chislett on the press and forcing Callum Johnson to get it out for a throw, really. I mean, he didn't have anywhere to go. Callum Morton is on the ball now. There you go, Ayub. Again, they play it over to Johnson on the right. Nesta Guinness Walker comes up high on the press, and they try to play a through ball, but Chuka comes away with it. Oof. Fleetwood attempt a low and hard cross cleared. Very, very high press here from Wimbledon, mainly from the attacking players, though. We didn't really see this press too much in the first half. This is very nervy. We need the 3 points, though. Absolutely, we need the 3 points. I think AFC Wimbledon have played better this half in terms of chance creation. A little bit better off-the-ball runs as well. But, you know, Fleetwood have been on their day today. They were out of form going into this one, but they have played fairly well for the most part. Shit. Oof, they played out wide to Callum Morton here. Double teamed by Sal and Guinness Walker, though. They play it back down the middle. That's a really good cross back post. He's going to knot it back in. Oof. Gathered in the end by Zanev. No, there's still 5 minutes left. There are still 5 minutes left. It is now basically full time. We still got plenty. Maybe not plenty, but... What the fuck, I follow? Why are you showing the replay? There's... Okay. There was action to be seen. There's still another 4 minutes of added time, by the way. So, yeah. Yeah, 10. 10 minutes. You're exactly right there, my friend. Zanev launches it forward, easily collected, though. Handball, no? No, okay. Alex Rudyardi's going to lump it forward, intended for Presley, but ideally he would have played a Sal, but a Sal was further behind than Presley. They switch it over once again to Callum Johnson. On the overlap, there's number 17. Again, I forget his name, but he didn't play him. Instead, Callum Johnson tried to play it square, but it wasn't the best pass in the world. Henry Lawrence comes away with it, off the pressure from Morton. Yeah, Morton was really hassling him, and he almost lost possession there, Henry Lawrence. Oof. Yeah, through ball intended there for Gardner, but Chukka comes away with it, thankfully. Imagine a last-minute winner in Plough Lane. Imagine, man. I mean, we've seen Plough Lane with the roof blown off of it before, but it was against Oxford mainly, and a couple other games in which they didn't score anywhere within the last 5 minutes. So here we go. Ayuba Sal on the right-hand side here, going to take his man on. Tries to cut it back. You know, Ronaldo chop it to his left foot, but whoever that was defending him got a nick off of it. Chalka's going to send it long here down the right, intended for a Sal, but too heavy. I thought it was going to go out for a throw, but instead it's a goal kick. No, that would be absolutely fantastic. We got 1 more minute of stoppage time here, going all the way to the 100th minute, lads. 100th minute. Oh, man. This is a nail-biter. They're going to clear their lines, Fleetwood. I think they're going to opt for a draw here. 25 minutes. Yeah, Zanev gets his lines cleared. Foul committed there by Alex Woodyard. Yeah, it's going to be a draw, boys. Yeah, I think Fleetwood are just going to be... Well, they have one last chance here. They can lump a ball into the box, Fleetwood, but... Yeah, they don't look to be in a particular hurry in this one. I think they're... Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be full time. I'm trying to rewind to the first goal for Fleetwood because I kind of forgot what happened. I kind of forgot how the goal was scored in the end. Oh, it was Ben Hennigan? Yeah, it was Ben Hennigan with the fucking slip. I forgot. I didn't even have to go back to the moment. I just forgot. I just had to recall for a second what happened. Yeah, so I'm going to do my post-match analysis real quick. If you guys want to stick around, you can. Maybe post a couple of thoughts. Maybe I can highlight... I'll highlight it on stream if you guys have any thoughts about the game. If any of you guys watched it. But... Yeah. Full-time whistle here. It's going to be 2-2. And if you were to tell me that 2-2 would have been the final result, I would have been... You know, I wouldn't have been too happy. I wouldn't have been too upset. I would have been kind of in the middle. Because, you know, Fleetwood are an out-of-form team, or they were an out-of-form team going into this one, losing 4 out of their last 5 and conceding 2.8 goals in their last 5, only scoring 1.6 goals average. So I think definitely this could have been winnable, but obviously AFC Wimbledon have been a bit spotty this season, so I would have taken a draw if you had told me they would have drawn before this game. But considering the circumstances of this game, with the first goal being completely sloppy, you know, Ben Hennigan receiving a pass from Alsu, a backwards pass around the midfield area, and then he turns around and tries to play Zanev with his right foot. It was Gardner who didn't actually get a touch on the ball, but he was able to challenge Hennigan, put him off balance a little bit, and the pass towards Zanev was a hospital ball, and Gardner was able to come away with it, takes a couple touches, and just slots it bottom corner. And that goal came after, I mean, it came in the first half, after 50 minutes or so. The first half was not good from AFC Wimbledon. I mean, they weren't sloppy in possession by any means. They didn't give away possession. They didn't give the ball away cheaply, but they just weren't dangerous, man. The off-the-ball runs were lacking. They weren't very active off the ball, and they oftentimes engaged in empty possession, and when they did try to play a ball forward, it was usually from Hennigan and Chaka lumping the ball up. Ironically, not too many times, they didn't play Ollie Palmer too frequently. You'd think that if you play a long ball, it would be to Ollie Palmer, maybe to knock it down. But a lot of the times, the long balls were towards Paul Alsu to switch the play, or long balls over the top to McCormick or Sal, and the outside backs, Andrew and Johnson did a very good job of, and Holgate, the entire back line really of Fleetwood did a very good job of tracking the runs. Usually they're pretty sketchy defensively, but it's mainly on the set pieces. Every now and again they give away set piece goals. You know, they give away the knockdowns, or they give away the first time headers off corners, but they did really well today, Fleetwood, in terms of tracking back defensively, at least in the first half. The second half is where things really started to turn, especially after that first goal from Fleetwood. They started to play a little sloppy, Fleetwood did. Gave the ball away a couple of times. They kind of had a spell of 5 minutes where their first touches were really poor. And there was one instance in which Anthony Hartigan, actually, it was Callum Morton who was on the defense, kind of. He dropped back deep to help defensively. Received the ball from the center back. Callum Morton's first touch was a little heavy. Anthony Hartigan was able to come away with that one. It was able to play Ayuba Sal on the right-hand side. And that was the second goal. Excuse me, sorry. Going forward a little bit. So the first goal, actually, was a ball played from Nesta Guinness-Walker down the right-hand side, and Ayuba Sal kind of flicked it back with the inside of his foot and flicked it, kind of got around his defender there. It was Callum Johnson on the defense that brought him down, or he didn't bring him down, he pulled him back. Surprised he didn't get a yellow for that one, considering that Ayuba Sal would have been through on goal. But the free kick was about 28 yards out, or maybe a little bit more, like 32. Ball was played in. Luke McCormick was a little bit behind him. He nodded it back towards Ayuba Sal, top of the 18. He was able to just slot it in far post from about the top of the 18 there, Ayub Assal. So really good work from Assal to draw the foul there and to finish. Ayub Assal was pretty good on the defensive end. Every now and again he made the off-the-ball runs. To be fair, he didn't get the service. He did get the service, but a lot of the times the through balls were played over the top and a little bit too heavy, and the outside back would come away with it. But he was very active off the ball. He was one of the only players in that first half that really tried the off-the-ball runs, and JaggyDons also kind of took it upon himself after the first 20-25 minutes to drop deep because he realized that the long balls from AFC Wimbledon were not working. So JaggyDons dropped deep a lot of times, played it square to McCormick, played it square to Osu out wide, and I think JaggyDons was fairly positive. Didn't have too many opportunities to really get in behind and take his defenders on 1v1, but I think he was good defensively. He was good on the press. He helped out defensively a lot, JaggyDons, and I think he was all around solid in terms of being box to box up and down the pitch. And then Alex Woodyard, of course, was box to box today as well. He wasn't as fiery and as feisty as the Portsmouth game, but he did pretty well on the defensive end. So that second goal, again, after the first goal from Fleetwood, AFC Wimbledon then started taking it upon themselves to go on the attack a little bit more, and instead of playing it around the back line, engaging in empty possession, and playing the occasional long ball forward to Assal and to McCormick, that didn't work. Instead, they had Nesta Guinness-Walker and Paul Osu on the attack a little bit more frequently, although that wasn't conducive to success at times because Nesta Guinness-Walker got beat by Shaden Morris on that right-hand side. But still, Nesta Guinness-Walker was up on the attack a lot more on that second half and contributing to the play. Him and JaggyDons were connecting on a couple of overlaps. And on the second goal, I think it was Guinness-Walker that was trying to... And he did play a couple good crosses in Guinness-Walker. Unfortunately, Fleetwood won a lot of the headers. But there was an instance in which Guinness-Walker came forward, tried to play a cross, and Fleetwood got the clearance away, I believe. Not the clearance, but they won the header, and then it was a pass from the center back or center mid intended for Callum Morton, and he got dispossessed by Anthony Hartigan, who was able to come away with it off the heavy first touch and play a nice through ball over to McCormick. Not a through ball per se, it was kind of to McCormick's feet, and then he took a really good first touch to his left, took another touch towards goal, blasted it bottom corner. Great finish from Luke McCormick. But then Fleetwood, after that second goal, they just kept pressing. They kept playing it to that right-hand side mainly. They almost every time, rinse and repeat, it would be the center mid, Matete or Batty winning possession, or Fleetwood winning the header, and they would play it out wide to Callum Johnson almost every single time. Callum Johnson would play it forward to Shaden Morris almost every single time. And it was a really good battle between Morris and Nesta Guinness-Walker. Sometimes Nesta Guinness-Walker would win out in those exchanges by blocking the cross. But most of the time, Morris would either beat him for pace or he wouldn't allow himself to get dispossessed. He would try to take him on, but then he would play it down to the center to the likes of Batty or Matete or Gardner. Excuse me. And I think Shaden Morris was really their bright spot. I think he played very, very well. And in fact, I have it noted in the 64th minute, Morris actually out-muscles Nesta Guinness-Walker after a little ball over the top. He actually got his shoulder in the way, and Nesta Guinness-Walker got out-shrugged there. And then he played a ball square to Gardner. Gardner tries to play a through ball to Morton, and he actually was able to out-muscle Osu. It wasn't a through ball, actually. It was a ball to the feet, and he was able to turn away on the hold-up and try to play a cross, but it was cleared away. But Nesta Guinness-Walker and Paul Osu had a bit of a hard time out wide. Osu eventually got subbed out in the 60-something minute by Henry Lawrence, and McCormick got subbed by Chislett, who did pretty well, actually. As soon as Chislett came on, he was good connecting passes and receiving a return pass in the 87th minute. I mean, AFC Wimbledon were playing one-touch football, Woodyard to Chislett back to Woodyard, first time square through ball, and then he spun out after that pass, and then he received the ball back from Woodyard and tried to play the cross, and it was a corner kick, I think. And so it was just a really good spell of possession there for Wimbledon. I think Chislett did well for the last 5 minutes. Presley won a couple of headers, but unfortunately it was just too little too late there. After the second goal, of course, I forgot to mention that one. It was a cross played in, really good cross there, headed away, and then Lane just played a cross back post one time, really, really good cross, just over the head of JaggyDons, and it was behind Chuka, who tried to get forward and try to get some header to it. even if it wasn't a full clearance, because Chuka wasn't in position initially to win the header. Tried to get his body in the way, get his header in the way, but couldn't get there in time, and it was just a really good cross and a good finish there from Gardner, who was able to head it down, I think, to the near post. And all I have to say, AFC Wimbledon really not dangerous enough in that first half, not good off the ball in terms of off-the-ball runs. And, it forced the likes of Rodoni and at times McCormick to drop deep to receive passes instead of making those runs like they usually would like to do and be active off the ball. They had to drop deep because those long balls were not working. And then the second half, they picked up the pace, but defensively, at times it looked a little sketchy. Ben Hennigan today, I'm kind of disappointed. He got beat in the air a few times. Usually he's very, very imposing in the aerial battles, but he got beat in the air a couple of times by the likes of Gardner and Morton. Daniel Chuka, won a few aerial battles and got stuck in a couple of challenges, but still not a complete world-beating performance. Maybe that second goal could have done slightly better in terms of positioning, but to be fair, he was on the back post starting off after that return cross in. Guinness Walker and also a little bit disappointing. Well, Guinness Walker did well in recovering a lot of the times defending Shaden Morris. Shaden Morris is just too fucking good, man. He's too good, too pacey, and no wonder. No, I don't blame Nessa Guinness Walker at times for getting beat every once in a while by Morris. He's just really fucking fast, and Guinness Walker trying to go on the attacking end and trying to recover as fast as he can. Paul also had a bit of a disappointing game. Just not good enough. Even though we did score 2 goals, we had flashes of brilliance. I just think we weren't consistent enough on the offensive end and on the defensive end. So Ollie Palmer did good, though. I think he won a lot of the aerial battles, and he was fairly active off the ball. Unfortunately, wasn't able to find a really, really good opportunity. It is what it is. But yeah, a point's a point. Can't complain. Got a couple of good results around the league. I think Cambridge lost their game. Lincoln is losing their game. But yeah, we'll have to take it in stride and see what happens next time. So thank you guys for watching. See you guys in the next one.